OpenVinoDAO, building a community of wine producers, resellers, enthusiasts, and drinkers. Wine is a huge global business, with wine drinkers around the world consuming nearly 30 billion bottles per year. And the wine business is very complex, with many moving parts. And with moving parts, you get lots of friction. OpenVino lubricates this friction by transforming how wineries sell wine, how they certify the authenticity of their productions, and ultimately, how they connect with their customers. The OpenVino solutions, which are free for wineries to deploy, include wine tokenization, transparency, and traceability. With tokenization, wineries can create their own wine-backed crypto assets, essentially creating liquidity from liquid. Extreme transparency empowers wineries to self-certify their production using biodigital certification. And with Vine, Wine, Dine, Mind traceability, we connect winemakers with wine drinkers. You drink it, you own it. An estimated 70,000 wineries exist around the world today, producing hundreds of thousands of new wine labels every year. Bringing this community together and cultivating a global network effect is the goal of OpenVinoDAO. By boosting and nurturing a centralized ecosystem for wine producers and resellers, wine drinkers and enthusiasts, OpenVinoDAO can truly empower global coordination in an industry that has accompanied human flourishing for the past 10,000 years. Today, we present OpenVinoDAO, OpenVino's decentralized autonomous organization. To understand how groundbreaking this is, let's first think about how a traditional organization like a company, a corporation, works today. Companies are basically made up of three groups of people: those that 1. Develop and produce products and services, 2. Market and sell those products and services to customers, and 3. Distribute the sales earnings to employees, providers, investors, and shareholders. So, we can say that organizations are basically made up of workers and partners, managers, investors, and the customers. In a traditional commercial organization, investors own shares of the company by holding pieces of paper that may or may not be traded on a public stock exchange. These companies have workers and partners managed by administrators according to rules set by a corporate board and defined by the jurisdiction, the place in the world where the company was established. And the customers, well, they are just consumers. Normally, once they give their money to the company and receive their product, they are usually no longer part of the picture. Now, with a DAO, instead of shareholders and shares in a company, digital tokens are issued and distributed on a public blockchain. These digital tokens both convey a percentage of ownership and revenue in the DAO, as well as identifying members of the community. These tokens can also be used for governance, for voting rights and decision-making to different degrees. In effect, organization workers and external partners can become part of the DAO. And even consumers, our customers, can receive DAO tokens, for example, in exchange for their feedback and information. So then, by owning OpenVinoDAO tokens, a community member is entitled to a percentage of OpenVino revenue and decision-making. For an investor, OpenVinoDAO provides clearly defined entry and exit options and oversight capability. For the wineries, partners, and wine drinkers, the customers, these economic incentives exist as well, but more importantly, being an OpenVino token holder provides them with access to a community and OpenVino's technology and tools. OpenVinoDAO will enable the global transformation of the wine industry, growing into a dynamic and lucrative ecosystem, providing real value to wine producers, wine drinkers, investors, partners, builders, and every other participant that joins from today's wine supply chain. To find out how you can become a part of OpenVinoDAO, uncork your favorite wine and visit openvino.org.